Alright, Fist in the Air here with Shaun Frank at Electric Adventure. Got a couple questions for you today.
Awesome, thanks for having me.
So what's the history behind Shaun Frank? What kicked this project off?
I mean, I've been playing music for years. I was actually a vocalist in a band for many years. And what got me into, producing and DJing dance music was I was actually singing on a bunch of dance tracks. And I had one that did really well over in Europe, actually. And I've always kind of been like producing, on the side of the bands I was playing in, and that kind of I started performing with DJs, and I just realized that the crowds were just, there's so much energy and so much love in this scene, and I wanted to be a part of it, so I started releasing some of the stuff I had been producing, and met up with Borges like a year and a half ago in Miami, and we put together the This Could Be Love track, and I came out on Spinnin' last year, and that kind of kicked everything off, like, in full gear.
Yeah, so right now you've been in Toronto, you've been in LA.
Yeah.
What's the craziest city you've been to?
I got a lot of love for Toronto. I got a lot of love for my hometown.
Yeah.
It's one of the most musically educated markets that I've played. It's just really surprising, that Toronto. I mean, I guess not surprising to me, but Toronto really has the best fans in the world. So I love playing at home. Tomorrow I'm playing. I'm jumping up with Oliver Heldens at a big festival there called Veld, and we're going to play Shades of Grey. So I'm really excited for that. So I played in Boston a few weeks ago. That was crazy. Boston was off the hook. So I really love that. And I was in LA on Thursday and played a really cool club called Sound. It was my first headlining show in LA, and that was one for the books as well.
Well, speaking of Shades of Grey, how was it working with a vocalist? I know you used to do vocals, you said.
Yeah, no, I mean,
a
lot of my tracks feature vocals, and it was actually my second track with Delaney Jane, who's also from Toronto, and she was on This Could Be Love. And when me and Oliver Heldens got together, he was playing in Toronto on New Year's. He came over to my studio and he heard that vocal, and he was like, "Man, I really love this." And he didn't even really agree to collab on it at that point, but he went back to Amsterdam. We kept talking, and I was like, "Hey, man, if you want to work on that vocal with me, let's do a track." And that's kind of how it came to be. So. I actually have a couple more tracks featuring the same vocalist coming up in the new year. What gets me the most fired up? I mean, definitely those musical moments where the vocals come in and everyone sings along.
Yeah.
Those are big. But just the best moments for me are when I find that groove somewhere in the middle of the set where it's just I can do no wrong. Every track I drop is just working. And I'm hoping for that today. I'm playing right before Mark Knight, so
that'll be tight.
A lot of pressure. But he's one of my musical heroes. He's fucking amazing, so that's gonna be pretty rad.
Well, so you've done remixes and originals. What do you have a preference when you produce? It's just kind of however it takes you.
I mean, remixes are pretty dope because there's already something to work with.
Yeah.
I generally work best when there's already an idea in place. So I enjoy remixes, but these days I'm just sitting at the piano with a vocalist and writing a song before I even go in the studio, and that's kind of how the originals come to be.
Yeah. A lot of producers we actually talk to have said back and forth, some aren't trained musicians, they just like to compose somewhat. How do you think that factors into what you make?
I think it's dope. I think it doesn't really matter whether you have a musical background. I happen to.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, I think that all feeds into what kind of style you have. I find that some of the guys that have less of a musical background actually have more of an identity with what they do, because they can kind of only do one thing, so they just do that. I find with me, one of the big challenges is just kind of trying to focus on one thing, because there's so many things that I want to do and so many things that I could do. But right now, where I am in my career, I just want to focus on this one kind of line of music and thinking. Yeah.
Well, what do you got for any future plans coming up next year?
I have a really cool collab with Cashmere coming out on Spinnin' in a couple months. My next track, Ready for Love, also with Delaney James, coming out on Dim Mak in the fall, so I'm really excited about that. And I have another collab with Sam Feld, which is really cool. I'm really excited about. It's almost done. We're almost done.
Awesome. Well, we got one more question for you. Your top 5 songs as of right now.
Right now, my top 5 songs? That's real tough. What are my top 5 songs right now? I love that Oh Amazing bass track, Senator Van Doren.
Yeah.
I think that's fire.
Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears.
Yeah, Hit Me Baby One More Time, Britney Spears for sure. That's in there. I love the high-low shit that Oliver's putting out. Both those tracks that he's just put out, Renegade Masters, in my sets. Deep Down Low.
Yeah.
Valentino Khan is definitely in all of my sets. Yeah, that's what's doing it for me right now. I love the Hunter Siegel remix of Blau's track Tonight. I'm playing that a lot. And the Don Diablo and Sid remix of make me feel better has been like in every single one of my sets for the last.
Well, that's way better than 5.
Yeah, I don't know how many I just named,
But
but those are.
yeah, that's the question we got for you. We
That's
appreciate your
yeah,
time.
thanks.